Go live.
There it is.
Woot woot. Woot woot. Champ Styles, what up? Lucky Bat, Chris House, yo yo yo. Last few streams, I'm focused on coming up with a good skin recipe, and so now the skin is done. It's time to try to knock them out.
Knock them out.
Captain Blue, next army when? I already have an army a complete army that's not painted, and that's the Grey Knights. So probably soon. Not that Sean. Burp.
Burp.
All right. I feel like purple for their clothing. What purples have I got?
Purple.
Hive Dweller purple. PJ McMurray, evening, folks.
Everybody's burping in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of rude.
It's the only purple in the speed paint line, Cloudburst or Hive Dweller purple. This purple is too dark, and when you thin it, it becomes too. It's still dark, but opaque dark. I'm gonna try to make my own purple. See, out of a little magenta, a little. Oh wait, what color is this? Oh, this is purple tone. You know what? Purple wash might actually work. James Cameron Clark, I learned it by watching you. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. That's what Frodo said to yeah, Steve Jobs. Ooh, yeah, that's working. That is working. You could say it's working and twerking.
Working and twerking. Hell yeah. Chris House. Fart. Not that Sean. Shart. Never change, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Never change.
You know what? Sometimes the internet works out.
Truly.
My idea is to keep them, these ladies, very cold and very light, and then go hard with blood. Like blood on their weapons, blood on their hair.
Are you going to try the goo? The
I might try the goo.
We'll have to see some goo action.
Some goo. I like to think that Oohoo Glue should rebrand to Ooh Glue.
I agree.
Let's start that petition. What's that petition website? Change.org? Let's start a change.org.
Yeah. Change.org has changed the world.
It has!
Jeez, the world used to be so bad, and now it's completely changed. And all you have to do is sign your name.
Yeah.
And your friend's name for them.
Yeah.
With their email.
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do. It's easy.
Exactly. On the last episode of Paint Bravely, the podcast, Gooberton Hobbies and eBay Miniature Rescues podcast, they were looking at change.org, and there was a petition for Games Workshop to make a Warhammer 40,000 video game. And this petition was from 5 years ago. So I guess they hadn't Googled it and discovered Space Marine or Dawn of War.
Yeah. Dawn of War, all of them.
Dawn of War, all of them.
All three of them.
You know what? They should make a 40K video game.
I agree. I don't see it happening though.
No, probably not.
The sixth world, I clicked on the stream and started sneezing. Guess I'm allergic to EOB. Dislike.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, if you watch, maybe you'll build up a little bit of an immunity.
Build up a little tolerance to it.
Yeah.
Captain Blue, will you start a Lego channel?
I feel like I would be really good at a Lego channel. I wouldn't mind starting a Lego channel. You know what? Shut it down. Shut it all down. This is going to be a Lego channel now. Eons of Bricks.
Eons of Bricks.
It works so well.
It does. You don't have to change anything. Not that, Sean. This is some highbrow entertainment. I stress the high part. Sad part is that we're probably, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but we're sober, and we're making stupid jokes.
Yeah, I mean, you should speak for yourself. No, I wish. PG95, everybody's night is better with Eons of Battle. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Lego just showed off some of their new sets for Avatar, like the James Cameron movie.
Yeah.
And I mean they're fine, but like who cares? Movies from like 12 years ago. And the sets are from the first movie.
Oh.
Not the new ones. I don't know if they don't have like permission to make new sets yet, or they want to do a first wave that's the old stuff that people recognize, and then they're going to do the new stuff.
Yeah.
It also seems like there's like a little tiny bit of censoring going on, where they don't have, because like the Avatar is pretty realistic. And so they have the famous battle at the end between Captain I'm the bad guy and the hero, and they have his giant mech suit, and his giant mech suit has 2 knives. When I remember it having a humongous machine gun, but I wonder if Lego didn't want to make a humongous machine gun.
Yeah.
It's like Star Wars blasters are a little different.
Right. Because they're not real.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Anyway, I pre-ordered them all.
Yeah.
No.
Who cares? Just in general.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see.
It's been over 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Chat, does anybody care about Avatar? I mean, I'm excited for Avatar 2 just to see what on earth it is.
Yeah.
But,
which I think that's what's happening.
Yeah. And I thought Avatar was fine. Like, it's a pretty good looking normal ass movie.
Yeah. Definitely isn't anything special. Cool.
Captain Blue. New idea, Lego 40K Army. I'd love to do it. The sixth world. I think it's great that Avatar 2 is coming out soon, and I'm looking forward to the 3rd installment in 2035.
Yep. Jason M. Never seen Avatar? That's fine.
Chris, since you brought up Legos, I like to think that your mom took your lost bag of Lego droids and hid it because she was worried about how much you were playing with little plastic army toys. Ah, that's a callback. When I was little, me and my friend, when we would get all of the Lego Star Wars The Clone Wars sets, and then I would trade him all of my clones for all of his droids. And so I had a massive collection of Lego battle droids, and I put them all in a baggie, and then I lost the baggie. Although now apparently my mom took them.
Yep.
Probably checks out.
Yep. Makes a lot of sense.
That's so many.
Not that, Sean. I'll be dead by the time Avatar 3 rolls out.
Yeah, I think we all will. Heat death of the universe before Avatar 4.
Yeah, it is not looking good. Matthew G's man. Star Wars blasters aren't real, but giant mech suits are.
I mean, I think
Guns.
it's the the feel of it. Like Star Wars feels like a fantasy in the far, far away.
Not for some people.
Not for some people. But a robot.
Some people really get hurt about it.
Yeah, but a robot, like a robot that shoots the indigenous aliens in a very on the nose story about colonization bad.
It's a wild movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really not. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, it's a way worse version of District 9.
It is. It really is.
PG95, I'm reading Fulgrim. Ooh, you also tell me how it is.
The end. My friend has been waiting for Avatar 2 for 10 years. She literally won't shut up about it. You should get a different friend.
Yes.
Go to the friend store, get a new friend.
Yeah. Colin Steger, I'm looking for advice. I have a 750-point game this weekend, and I am stuck on what army to bring, Salamanders or Thousand Suns. Salamanders. There you go. There's your advice. That'll be $40.
Yeah. You can send it in a tip.
Mm-hmm.
Or join our Patreon. There you go.
Happy 2500. Lego has a thing where they won't do anything military related. They even pulled sets from shelves. V22 set 42213 only because they didn't realize it's a military-based vehicle. Ooh, V22 sets. What is this?
That's a real nerd right there.
Yeah.
Number.
That was quick. I gotta see what this
I'm
says.
sure that's off the dome too, not even a copy paste.
Oh, really? It's the half helicopter, half airplane where the big propellers turn forwards. Interesting. They have it in kind of search and rescue colors. Huh, that's interesting. King Canones, I saw Kate Winslet held her breath for 7 minutes on the set of Avatar 2. However, the longest time anyone has held their breath was me. I'm still waiting for Nick Stampa.
It's coming out tomorrow. That's a guarantee. Again, we can't lie on these streams. Cam Blue, imagine explaining to your date that you paint and play with little toy soldiers for a living. I mean, I feel like if you do it right, it'll help. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, and how much did Raid pay you?
That's amazing. Love that. You worked with Cobalt Keep? I love Cobalt Keep. They have magnet-ready bases. It's sick. See? It just works.
Mm-hmm.
No, but here's the big thing about it. Most people don't have any talent, skills, abilities, or anything. And if you can paint minis and you really like it, you have one.
Mm-hmm.
That's your one skill and ability and thing that you like. And so that sets you apart. Makes you interesting.
I mean, imagine if it was like, oh, so what do you do? Like in your free time? I play Fortnite. I'm pretty good. I'm ranked.
Exactly. I mean, sliding out that chair. Ah. BG95. Nick is immortal. He's over 1,000 years old. In that time, he's learned how to teleport to moms. Exactly. Spent a little bit of time with everybody's mom in the chat tonight. Just want to say thanks.
DVB Denver, hi from Italy. How are you? I've seen a lot of your videos. Very useful. That's what we try to do.
Try to do it. Cobalt Son, I want to talk to Cobalt Keep to see if I can get a discount because of my online name. Part of the Cobalt gang.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get Cobalt kept.
Mm-hmm.
And when we play against Sean, he Cobalt cheats. It's true. Cobalt cheats.
Happy 500. I want to do a Night Haunt as my alternative army, but how are you supposed to paint them? I know how I would paint them. I would Zenithal them, Zenithal Prime them, and then I would use Plasmatic Bolt from Army Painter Speed Paint. I feel like this is the Night Haunt color. It's like a light teal. And then I would probably just do super crazy rusty on all the weapons, and that would probably like a nice red orangey rust. I feel like that would contrast really nicely against this color.
I only want to watch it. Can we get what Nick said on a shirt, please? What did I say? Which thing?
I remember. Yeah, we've learned to kind of tune ourselves out.
Yeah, you gotta. It's too much. You just gotta keep rolling.
Mm-hmm.
BJ95, thanking our moms for making viewers for you. Yep. You know what? I guess so. A little bit. Oh boy.
You know, now that I've applied this, I think I like it, but I think now I wish I had put just one drop of the dark purple in with this, because some spots I have to go over twice to get that nice purpley color I want. So basically, the models are ruined.
Mm-hmm. You should just burn them.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, the final episode of EOB will just be burning all my models.
That'd be great. I think that's a 1 mil right there.
It better be.
Except the problem is, though, we'd have to figure out the price, because it's got to be like angry nerd burns, $10,000 worth of 40 or models.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be that to really spice it up.
Team Ka, Nick, is EonsOfBattle your full-time job?
Yes. I do strip on the side, though.
Mm.
But we're both in that same boat. So please join the Patreon. Or play Raid Shadow Legends. Either way. One of those two.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Matthew G's, man, can we get t-shirts with Musk of Nick? Well, actually all of them do, because they're at my house. So, and what I do is I have a big old chair of them, and I just sit in the chair all day. There you go. Musk them up.
Elon?
Yes. Paul 0132. I'm at that stage where everything is painted on this mod. Everything I painted on this model looks like crap.
Yeah, that's every paint job.
Yeah. Corey is a mouse. Does anyone have any experience with Vallejo brush on primer?
I've never used it.
Me either.
The Rybot. Jay, remind me again how you clean your airbrush between switching paints. Don't you have a water bucket? Yeah, I've got a 1 gallon water bucket. It's like the one that like a little kid would take to the beach, and it's full of water. And then I just dunk the airbrush in it, and then shake out what is ever in the cup. And then I take like a paper towel and I make the airbrush backflow to rinse out everything that was in between in the nozzle. And then I shake it out in the water again. Yeah, and I can switch colors in like a couple seconds. Raha, what should my next kill team be? I got Octeris and Chalnat so far. I mean, I feel like you should maybe look at something from the compendium then. Maybe Custodes.
Toadies.
Cypher Tracker. Is Piratical going to be a daily thing now? I mean, maybe if I paint more pirates.
Right. This is Garcia. Jay, Nick, I just got a new job at the local credit union, and I was able to just play, sort, like $10,000, $10,000 in bills. It was awesome.
Nice.
How many did you sneak off? Sneak 'em.
Sneak. This lady is a sneak.
Very true. The right bot. Nick. The Gungas.
The Gungas.
Oh, you want me to talk about the Gungas while I drink my coffee?
The Gungas.
Cesar Garcia. None. Manager was there. I guess you don't have a good sleight of hand. You got to do like a little magic trick around him. Or like maybe you pretend to steal the money, but actually you steal his wallet instead. That'd be cool. Take the watch off magically somehow. Steal. Mathis Shaw 637. I use Army Painter's brush on primer. It's decent since I have nowhere to spray can.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Yep. Spray inside. Just have it be horrible.
Lucky Bat. I'm painting stripes of green and brown. Is there any snake in the world that's like this? Because if there is, I'm claiming that I already knew that and I was copying it.
Right. Omega Dan, I'm hiding in the bathroom at work to say hi, friends.
Hi! I love when people are watching us at work.
Yeah, as everyone should. Lucky Bat. Any snake can look any way if you use your imagination.
So
I'm
no.
gonna say that's a no, yeah. That is a nope. Brent Terry, if you microwave the spray can a bit, it will kill the fumes.
It'll also make a bomb.
Yep.
Team Gah, would you have any interest in painting historical minis? None whatsoever.
Agreed. Would you like to paint the French?
No.
That's what that question is in my mind.
So your Cutterman just put together some aggressors and a chaplain for my Space Wolves army. The question is, do I paint them all tomorrow after work or work on a model a day? I'd say a model a day and then compare your first one to your last one.
Boom.
I'm gonna Smecca. My buddy has decided to drop Warhammer and is passing his stuff to me. The problem is that I'm already buried under a half company of Space Marines, some Trader Guards, some Chaos Marines, and 5 Flyers. Flayed ones. Well, now you got some more stuff.
Right. It sounds like you got them for free.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wouldn't complain. Or you could sell them.
Rybot. Jay, do you recall the average time it takes Games Workshop to release the Kill Team army as single boxes instead of the big one with the terrain? I think it's fairly random. Around when the next box comes out is when the previous box's stuff becomes available.
Yeah.
King Kanonas, rumor has it that EOB is a YouTube channel.
Lies. Lies.
I'm gonna Smecker. You're gonna try to get that smooth, glossy texture snake scales have? We'll see. Probably not.
Well then.
Power Surge, do you guys know anything about those 3D printer tents with vents? I'm looking at buying one later today, but want to know if you guys heard of anything about them.
I don't know anything about them. Might be a good idea. Yeah, I saw like Anycubic sells this air purifier that you put in the printer while it's printing. And that doesn't make any sense to me. Is it really purifying the air? Does anyone have one of those? Although, the Anycubic, if you buy the Anycubic resin, it smells really, really bad. It is crazy. But the other resins, I'm sure you're just dying, and you're not smelling it, which is better. But yeah, the Anycubic stuff, especially the like Anycubic gray, smells really crazy.
Thomas Winslow, what are your thoughts on mini painters learning a bit of color theory and color mixing? I'm an artist by trade, and I feel like the endless pre-mixed colors is a massive prank by the industry. Yeah, I mean, yeah. As you grow in your hobby journey, you'll learn to mix and to figure out how to get the look that you want, as opposed to like having to buy a certain color. It's convenience.
Yeah,
And
that's the biggest.
yeah. Also, most mini painters probably don't think of themselves or aspire to be artists, and so they just want cool-looking ultramarines.
Yep.
And so just buying
Hello?
ultramarine blue is the way to get there.
It's been pretty helpful. I mean, we've both done scenic painting,
Mm-hmm.
and I went on the Dawn of War video way back when. I was painting with green, and then I ran out of that green, but I knew, well, this green's probably has a little brown in it, has a little bit of blue in it, and has a little bit of this green in it, and I could make the same color again, and nobody would know.
Hmm.
That was nice. And I could just make the color. Live, laugh, love.
Mm-hmm. Not that Sean. Air purifier is as simple as a filter on an exhaust vent. Spray said filter with Febreze. Voila, air freshener.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to find it. Parts and accessories. Air Pure. How much is this? Oh, it's $23. I actually don't feel that bad then. But I don't believe that this works. It's about the size of a can of Coke. It takes the impurities and puts out air. The weird thing is you put it inside the 3D printer. So isn't it just recirculating all the garbage?
I guess. I mean, there's essentially clean air mixed with garbage in the machine. So I guess if it can take out 100% of the garbage, it's left with clean air.
But if the resin just emits all of the stuff all the time, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I don't believe it. They should send it to us for free, and then I'll believe it. Oh, that John? Nick sounds like a snake oil to me. Suckers everywhere. I am a snake oil.
I'm painting a snake.
You are, and I have the oil. Brent Terry, what is a podcast if not clean air mixed with garbage?
Yep.
You nailed it. Eric Krenz, Jay, my dog, knocked over my Reichland flesh shade.
Return the dog.
It'd be cheaper to return the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, really, I mean, just have the dog buy a new one.
Yeah. Right. Go get a job. Go be in like a commercial or something.
Mm-hmm.
and buy me a new one.
There's a great video on YouTube of a woman handing her cat a vet bill. And it's like, all right, here's the bill. So don't know exactly how you're gonna. Yeah.
That's very funny. You give it to your cat like in one of those when you go to a restaurant, like the little book thing that they give you. Put it in one of those. Okay, if your card goes here, you want to pay with card. Or I guess you could use the electronic ones. You steal one of those. The cheese man. If you have your printer in the garage, you could turn on the car, let those fumes build up, won't notice printer fumes.
It's true.
That's very true.
Yeah,
She's just full of great ideas.
Yeah, the perfect solution, I guess, is just put your printer somewhere where it doesn't matter.
I put my printer in my baby's room.
Millions of people. You think millions have 3D printers?
Around the world, I'm sure.
Yeah. How many people do you think are what percentage of people do you think are really caring about the safety?
I don't know, quarter. I don't know. I mean, I remember when I first was getting into 3D printing, with the resin printers, in 2020. I watched some videos where people touch the resin with their hands, a lot. And there was nothing about, you should wear gloves or anything like that. People were just doing it, just barehanding it. And then it felt like over time people stopped doing that. That's what I see. Also, loving the Eldar love as of late.
Yeah. Just a little bit of Eldar as a treat.
Yep.
You know what are also really cool Eldar models? The the ghost guys from Forge Worlds.
Ghost. Eric Renz, I care a lot about resin printing safety. A guy that helped me learn when half blind because he got resin in his eye. Yep. Can happen. Again, there was I read a thing about this guy who he thought he was having a heart attack or a stroke or something, and it was the fumes did it. He was breathing in so much fumes that he was having a problem.
3D printing is the future of miniature war games.
Yep.
No.
He's gotta. And he was wearing a mask, but he was wearing the wrong kind. Gotta wear the P100. P100.
Damn, I wonder if, because when you wear a mask, you kind of breathe a little heavier. I wonder if he was sucking it down faster.
Totally could be. They come with these surgical masks. That's not how this works.
Yeah. That does nothing. I guess it prevents it protects the printer from you.
It does. It does.
So that's something.
Yeah, you need to get a big old, really uncomfortable respirator with giant filters on it, P100 filters, and then you're fine. Then you don't smell it. You're fine. It's uncomfortable, of course, but it's better. Although I do find I've pretty much 100% switched to Soraya resin. Doesn't smell as bad. Obviously, you should still wear the respirator, but it's not as bad. smelling, which is nice. That's YT. Enough resin contact, and you become a 3D print. Exactly. You start developing layer lines all over your body. It's a mess. It's really bad.
Matthew Cheeseman, is resin like radiation? The more exposure you have, the increased chance of superpowers?
Yes.
Power Surge. What exactly has promoted everyone to be so careful with resin? I wonder if it's just like more people do it, and like you watch a YouTube video and that person's wearing a mask because they care a little bit about themselves, and then you start to think, oh well, if they're wearing a mask, there's probably something to that, and then you start to feel self-conscious about not wearing a mask, and then you put on a mask and somebody sees you and they're like, uh-oh, well if they're wearing a mask.
Yeah. And I think in the case of the guy that had to go to the hospital, I think he was running a bunch of printers. It was a crazy situation, small room, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't think it's made with love. I don't know if people really care about if people will have long-term effects or not.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like this. Take a race. I gave myself an upper respiratory last year, gluing the Arcturus train together. Too much super glue right to the face.
Yeah, super glue. You have to be careful with.
Eyes too.
It can hurt your eyes. It can glue. The fumes can glue your contact lenses to your eyes.
Yep, they can. Not good.
Fumes can glue your eyes shut.
Yep. Nice YT. It seems like the new version of leaded pewter minis. Eventually, we'll all know.
Flipping a dude at 88. I smell a class action lawsuit looming. Ooh, fun.
Yeah, you'll smell it all right. Depends on the resin. Routes, I put both my FDM and resin printer in grow tents with ductwork, dryer hoses that vent outside with a powerful blower fan. My airbrush station is in the same loop. It's pretty sick.
That is pretty cool. Marcelo Martinez. Yo, I just bought Mars Attacks, the board game sealed, nerds. Sweet.
Oh.
Mine was sealed too.
Damn.
Actually, it wasn't. It was the shrink wrap was off, but it was taped shut. And when I was in the store, I bought it at a used bookstore that they also had some board games. And so I very slowly and very carefully peeled the tape off and then opened it up to make sure it was all there.
Oh yeah. It almost reminds me of God. Remember Amanda?
Oh yeah.
Just opening up blind bags in the store. Oh, that's pretty great. Eric Renz. Nick, have you ever put ink in your resin? Some inks can be used to change the color without damaging the quality. Let me just say it's funny that you said that. I'll just say that.
The Shy Guy 489. What is the best miniature game for tabletop beginners? Probably something 40K. The best thing is to get in with a buddy.
Right.
That is number one. The second best way is to find a friendly local game store and ask and be like, hey, what games are people playing? And then maybe they're like, oh well, everybody plays Infinity on Friday nights. So then maybe you get into Infinity and you go hang out with them. Last resort, I guess, is you play Warhammer, maybe a little kill team, and then it's just the most popular game, and so hopefully you can find people to play with. Look at Facebook groups.
Sir Cotterman, for the minis on the EOB store, would you recommend 25mm or 32mm bases?
32s.
Yeah, maybe you could probably get away with the 25 for the little squid mage, our first one.
Yeah.
Because she's small, but the other one's 32s would be perfect.
Yeah, and I think I put a 32 on Little Squid Mage anyway.
Yeah. Squid mage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, does everybody know that we sell stuff on our website? It's pretty crazy. Physical 3D prints, t-shirts. I know the big seller right now is sweatshirts. Everybody wants a sweatshirt, in July. But we have them.
Marcelo Martinez, Mars Attacks question, did you paint your Martians yet? I want half the box art and the other half movie art. Yes! Here, let me go grab one.
I'm going to just sit here. I'm not going to go grab it. They're grins. I've honestly fallen in love with 32mm bases. I use them for almost all my minis now. They're a good size. Nice meaty size.
Here are my Martians. I use mostly Army Painter speed paint with a little bit of glazing of acrylics on top. And they painted up real fast and real nice. I kind of did a half and half between the comic book and the movie. So I painted them green, but I gave them yellow boots and gloves. Nagaris, Jay, you should check out the Godzilla Tokyo Clash board game. It comes with 3-inch minis of Mothra, Megalon, and Ghidorah. I've been repainting mine all week to put on the EOB Complete Discord. Ooh, I've heard of it. I've seen it in stores. I feel like Megalon is a weird inclusion. I feel like I saw that game, but I thought it came with King Ghidorah and Rodan, not Megalon. Anguirus would be another good inclusion. Sawyer Cotton, if you like Star Wars, X-Wing is a good one. X-Wing is a very good one. That's a very good beginner game.
Arthur Ortega, what, you sell stuff? I want a sweatshirt to sweat in. Well, if you look, there's a pinned comment at the top of the live stream. That takes you to the website. Also, you can go to EonsOfBattle.co, which is the first link in the description. Got t-shirts, sweatshirts, got some models. It's fun.
Dark Knight Printing, I've come to realize that Jay has two types of painting he does. One is where he does only a handful of colors and very little details, but the model still looks good. And then number two, where he uses lots of colors and detail. Yeah, I don't know if I have a style. I always just do my best. And I'm always trying stuff out. And so I feel like in 10 years, I'll really have the ultimate system.
Right. Everybody would be like, yeah, I used the J method.
Mm-hmm.
And I won 15 golden demons.
Yeah.
I won every category.
Champ Styles, I have the Tokyo Clash board game. Sadly, it's made by Funko, so the gameplay is meh. Marcelo Martinez, so good. The brain is what only scares me. For my brains, I used speed paint. I used pallid bone on the face, and then on his forehead, I used the speed paint blue. And then on the top of the brain, I did speed paint magenta. And then, Army Painter speed paint can reactivate a little bit. And so then I took a damp paintbrush and I just rubbed the top of the brain. And that kind of pulled the paint off of the raised edges, and it made it super high contrast between the mushy brain bits and the recesses. Yeah, really happy with how they turned out. Also, their faces are super small and kind of not super well formed. So I sort of painted on the teeth, and some of them turned out better than others. Like this guy with his gun up, his face is like perfect. This guy's face is a little derpy. But they're so small, and there's like 20 of them, so they'll look really good together. Sinet Glarest, I have Tokyo Clash. It does come with Megalon. Haven't painted it yet. I mean, I don't dislike Megalon, but no, he's fine. I mean, I would take Megalon over to Jaguar. But I would take pretty much anything else.
As YT. Also, J should be the Louise for Speed Paint because Zenithal Plus and Speed Paint could be patented. There you go. Yeah, one thin Zenithal Plus. That could be your slogan. It rolls right off the tongue.
Mm-hmm. Chris House with a profile picture of Jet Jaguar. Did you just hate on Jet Jaguar? He's lame.
Ooh.
I mean, okay, I would say Jet Jaguar is better than like Gabra.
What about Jijibrams?
I think Jet Abrams is cooler.
There you go. Jijibrams.
You know what? I would take
J
Jaguar over Manila. I don't know who sculpted Manila, but boy, is it a horribly ugly. It doesn't look anything like Godzilla. My favorite baby Godzilla is the weirdly adorable, like chibi baby Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla.
Chibizilla.
Denver Dwar just got the Gene Sailor Cult Comic Patrol. Any tips on assembly? Just assemble them. Don't do any it's called when you paint things separately.
Sub-assemblies.
Don't do any sub-assemblies. The models are so small. If you can't reach something, just don't paint it.
Facts. Especially with high model count armies.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look.
Mm-hmm.
I might look. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Nick Aris, you say that about Jet Jaguar only because you haven't watched the Netflix Godzilla show. I recommend it. Ah, interesting. Champ Styles, Mogira is underrated. Oh, Mogira is so cool. When it splits into a tank and an airplane. Space Godzilla is really good. I really like that movie. I mean, everything in the Heisei series is excellent. Godzilla vs. Biollante, Godzilla vs. Destroya, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. Is that all of them?
Spacezilla.
Godzilla 1988? I think Godzilla vs. Biollante. Ooh, it's toss-up for me between Godzilla vs. Biollante and Godzilla vs. Destroya. Although Godzilla vs. Mothra is very good. And Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah is very good, but very different. I mean, there's like time travel and a knockoff Terminator. Power Surge. US Godzilla was pretty good. I mean, which one? The Godzilla 1999, Godzilla 2011, Godzilla the second one? What's it called? Godzilla King of the Monsters? Godzilla vs. King Kong American version? I haven't really liked any of the American Godzillas. I might like the Roland Emmerich 1999 Godzilla the best. Because at least it's its own thing. It's its own thing. A ripoff of Jurassic Park.
Jam Styles, Biolante is so badass.
Oh, I love Biolante. I have a plush toy of Biolante. Alex YT, Destroya was the scariest looking enemy. I agree, Destroya. Also, Destroya is probably, like, the best movie. Like, if somebody wasn't a fan of Godzilla, they could watch Godzilla vs. Destroya, because it's got, like, a really strong A story and B story. Usually, in Godzilla movies, Godzilla fans are there for the Godzilla story, but, like, a normal person would be bored, and then the human story, the human B story is just super boring. Champ Styles, the android in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah always cracks me up. Yeah, it's redonkulous. When she reprograms him by putting in 4 spray-painted blue DVDs into the back of his head. It's so campy. Also, why did they make the Dorats so cute? In the movie, they put 3 Dorats, which are these weird little cute plush toys that get hit by nuclear bombs and become King Ghidorah. Why did they make them so cute? Were they hoping that Dorats would take off and they would sell plush toys of Dorats? Alex,
Not a bad idea.
Alex YT, this might be controversial, but the recent Godzilla King of the Monsters was really cool. I saw it in theaters. It's a fine movie. It's probably one of the better Godzilla movies, in fairness, but I don't know. I feel like Godzilla movies have to be Japanese, or else it doesn't work. Chris House, best movie, Shin Godzilla, no contest. No contest. Shin Godzilla is actually an excellent film. It's won, like, every single Japanese film award that there is. It's just amazing. Got the cheese, man. I watched Godzilla cartoons in the 80s, basically went around helping people, so wholesome. Yeah. Alex YT, what do you think about the animated Godzillas on Netflix? I haven't watched the show, which I've heard good things about. Though I watched the first of the trilogy of movies, and I didn't like it. I thought it was kind of boring. And weirdly, they kept teasing way cooler stuff. In the first movie, they teased that on all of the monsters awoke at once and destroyed the whole world, and humans had to leave Earth in a giant spaceship. And I'm like, that's a way cooler movie than teenagers come back to Earth and fight Godzilla once. And then in the second movie, I read a synopsis, and it was going to be Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. But before that happened, you don't get to see that happen, and instead Mechagodzilla turned itself into a city, and then the city shot laser guns at Godzilla for a bit. And then Godzilla won. And so you don't get to see Mechagodzilla fight Godzilla. And in the third movie, Godzilla is supposed to fight King Ghidorah, but King Ghidorah never shows up, and you just see his heads for a second. So
And speaking of seconds, we're out of time. We're out of seconds.
Oh no!
But the Eons of Battle Godzilla After Party stream is about to start, so everybody... everybody stay tuned for that. Well, we had a bunch of videos out this week, so make sure you go watch those videos. We have 2 more coming out. We have one tomorrow, Little Models and Memories. We also have our Conflict Gavel Plus, where we review some more Warhammer Plus content. And we also have our Patreon stream after normal stream on Friday, which is a little bit of a Discord call and stream at the same time. Everybody jumps in a room, we call, we stream all at the same time. A lot of fun. But we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. Mm-hmm. So join us for that.
Alrighty, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
and